What's going on, everybody?
What's
Kyle the
up,
Worst
guys? It's Kyle the Worst here, as always. You're watching The Worst Show. I got a returning co-host. I haven't seen him in 2 weeks. It's
Here.
been
Reigning champ,
2 weeks
heavyweight
too
champion
long.
of the world, baby. Moon.
Fuck Terrence on Instagram. You still got that Instagram handle, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hell yeah. I love that Instagram.
I'm gonna delete it.
No. What is that for? Your
Yeah, no.
photography page or the other one?
What?
The Fuck Terrence.
That's my main page.
That's your main page.
Yeah.
You chose Fuck Terrence for your main page. My name's Terrence for your photography page.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby.
Hey.
Yeah, we got a special guest today. I always say special guest, but he's special. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell him what your name, what your number is, what your address is, and
your
where you
social
came
security.
from. Yeah, social security number is very important.
My name is Bobby Reil and I make music.
You
Okay.
forgot your social security.
That has a few 4, 8.
What do
Okay.
you make music? What kind of music? Tell us like the background. Where'd you start, and where are you at right now?
I definitely started making rap music.
Bangers, club bangers.
And I'd say over time it switched to more of like indie alternative music with like guitars and more like rock style.
That's the hardest thing for me is like putting a label on what kind of music you make to people now, because it's like you could go alternative rock, hip hop, indie, in a sense, because you do rap every once in a while.
Yeah.
You move more towards like that indie rock alternative vibe from there, but you still like incorporate all of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what inspired you to do that?
Honestly, like I make music that I love.
Yeah. And
I get inspiration from a vast amount of artists. Everything from obviously, Dom Fike, Mac Miller, to even the Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake era.
Yeah.
Where I really fell in love with like hip hop and really that inspired me to start making music, start rapping.
Yeah. I know you didn't start out making like the kind of music that you make now, but like, is it something that you've always wanted to make? Like even whenever you were like doing like the club banger rap with AJ?
No, I thought when I started making music I would blow up as a rapper.
Okay. So like
Trap star.
So like it I guess like the desire to make what you make now came
Later.
a little later after you were making those songs for so long.
Yeah, I would just say it's like evolving
Yeah.
as a human, just shaping myself slowly into just who I am.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
Columbia, Missouri.
I love that I'm asking you these questions. Like I haven't known you for 3 years. It's like one of the most like by my side people seeing almost every single day for the last like 3 years.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna ask you these redundant questions for folks. That
People need to know.
Yeah, they need to know. So you're from Columbia, Missouri.
Correct.
Couldn't help that. Do you love being in Columbia?
No.
What's your
I don't hate Columbia. I can't wait to experience a new atmosphere.
Oh yeah. Where would you go if you could go anywhere right now?
I would travel the whole planet.
The whole planet?
Like I would,
South Korea?
not North Korea.
North Korea.
Say North
North
Korea.
Korea's the
South
best.
Korea's fine.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Say North Korea. Would you go to North Korea? Are you tweaking?
I mean, I understand that Kim Jong-un and Dennis Rodman have a great relationship. So.
You comparing yourself to Dennis Rodman?
One of the
No.
goats? I mean, he does like to party.
Yeah. He's
And he
got,
would always show up and do his shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So you, what?
I was gonna say, what is his shit?
Who, him?
No, Dennis Rodman. He would show up and do his shit.
I mean, he would play ball. He would have more rebounds than anybody else in the paint.
My bad, dog.
I don't really know.
You, like that.
You don't ever talk about Dennis Rodman or question my knowledge of him. I watched, what was that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was
Joanna
on-
Man?
What?
What?
What? Yeah, White Men Can't Jump.
You watched that?
Yeah.
It's really inspiring, wasn't it?
Yeah. I thought they were coming out with a new one.
LeBron James, probably.
No, he's already in the
Space Jam 2.
Space Jam. You ruined it. You can't be in any other sports movies after that. That's just like Mike. Was he ever in any other movies?
Who?
Michael Jordan. after Space
Oh,
Jam.
they said like Mike, like as in,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
like
movie
Bow Wow.
Mike. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Was he?
Who?
I like your nails.
Thank you. They're like really chipping quite a bit. Whenever I was in California, my stepdad saw me. He was like, "Why are you doing that?"
What was your
just
answer?
on my eyes. I was like, "Because I want to."
Hey, I mean that's kind of how like becoming yourself starts. Is you kind of just got to do the shit that you're interested in doing, that you know people are gonna question it.
Yeah.
Did you ever run into that with like the change in music?
People really just liked it,
Yeah,
and I'm very fortunate for that
absolutely.
because I could have had a bunch of people telling me this shit's whack,
Yeah, or stay in your lane, like you're just a rapper.
and definitely blessed that at least people around me, the feedback I've received is really positive.
Yeah,
So that I'm really grateful for.
yeah. You just dropped an album.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
That is gonna be my focal point, my forefront of everything I'm pushing for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, well, like as in, like how many months would you say, or years?
At least a year,
At least a year.
and then not even like as I even continue to release new music, I'm gonna still be promoting that album.
Yeah, as
I'm
you should.
still listening to it like this shit is fire.
Yeah, it doesn't really like. I don't get tired of hearing it, especially how you were constructing it. You know what I mean? It really flows like a ballad would in a story.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love people like that can even experience it that way.
Absolutely. I mean, when you make an album, I'd say that's how it should be experienced. You don't want to just like
A bunch of random shit.
throw a bunch of random shit
Yeah.
like you just said. It's got to have a feel, and it's funny because I don't know what episode we're at right now,
Keep going.
but you were on the first one.
Yeah.
And I remember the first one, we were on your ass about dropping an album.
We
That was
got the date out
the
of my
night
day.
that I pulled that date out of my ass.
Yeah. And then you set it in stone.
And then I really started working hard on the album.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like creating like the goal. And that's like, it's reverse engineering because at first you might have had an idea of when you wanted to drop an album or release it, but you didn't have an obtainable date. You didn't have something set in stone. And from there, it kind of just like with all goals, if you don't have a date set in stone, it can always be pushed to tomorrow, waiting for the right opportunity instead of making the right opportunity, which I would say you did. You dropped an album, and that album to me is fucking fantastic. What do you think about
I agree 100%. I was listening to it today at work, and one of my coworkers was like, "Damn, who is this?" And I was like, "It's telling me Bobby Reil, dog. Check
It's
it out."
Bobby Reil,
Yeah.
really real.
I love that.
So what do you think the struggles that came with like putting that date and getting it out was?
I think every artist or anyone that makes music, like even the ones that are brave enough to even start and drop singles, like the putting together a whole album and actually releasing it, putting it out there for the world. Like a lot of people, I feel like have like they're kind of scared to do that, and
Scared to fail.
Be vulnerable.
Yeah,
You're kind of bearing all whenever you do something like that.
and I'm actually talking about like who I am myself. Like
Real
there's
experiences
no
that are relatable and
It's authentic to you.
that the album's extremely authentic, and I'm extremely proud of it. I always will be.
yeah.
I have this like crazy intuition and just belief in my mind that it is going to blow up and pop off.
If you had to say your art, this album was a painting, and you were showing it to people, what would you explain it to be to them? What would the meaning be?
In like a few
Well-
words, or I understand the question.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
in
just
a
like,
sense-
I understand. I'm like, I just don't know where it came from. Go ahead, sorry.
I don't know where it came from either, but
Other than Nothing Makes Sense Anymore, which is a hell of a title.
yeah,
Agreed.
It would be
good one.
Yeah. Honestly, the painting for it is the album artwork.
Yeah.
Shot by Kyle the Worst.
Oh, yeah.
Great fucking artwork.
I forgot I did that.
I
I did
even
that.
one of Justice.
Yeah.
He was he was describing the artwork to me, and he was like, "It fits the album so well because it looks like there's this whole party going on around you,
Yeah.
and you've been at the party for so long." And he's like, "I listen to these songs, and it's like you're over it.
Right.
You've been in the simulation, and now you're like looking down, like you're looking boss, and like you're ready for the next step."
Absolutely.
So like,
It's like you fucking mean business. You're over this like past bullshit.
yeah.
You're ready to move forward.
So I would say this art is like evolution and progressing.
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary,
Myself.
indeed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And how long do you think it took you to like? Because I know there's what 3 songs off the album that were singles.
3 that were released before.
And how long do you think like some of those songs were? Because I know you didn't like just once you set that date started creating new songs for it. There were some, but like how long do you think you held on to songs before you put it to an album?
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Year and a half in between. Yeah, year and a half for sure. No longer than a year and a half because my very first single I ever put out, Messages, that released literally a year and a month prior to the album. So my very first solo single was released September 29th of 2021.
That was your very first single?
Yeah.
Was that like the start of like this new sound for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then throughout that whole next year, my sound developed and it turned into what it is now.
Yeah. I didn't know that was your first single. That's cool. 'Cause I remember we didn't follow each other. I didn't even know either one of you, but like, I had been like following you guys like closely,
Yeah.
like before I met you guys and I started talking to you guys. But
Stalking us.
yeah, essentially. But like I remember listening to Messages obviously before I knew you, and this is when you worked at Macadoodles, yeah. And then I went in one time. I was like, "Hey, this is Bobby," and I told you, and I was like, "I fuck with this song." Yeah, it was a while ago, but I do remember vividly. I didn't know it was your first single though, so that was cool.
You remember shooting the promo for it?
Yeah, that promo video is still amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. With AJ pulling up.
Yeah, pulling up in the Challenger.
Have you ever seen the promo?
Mm-hmm.
It reflects the cover art exactly. It's like him sitting in a bus stop
Bus stop. Yeah.
over by the hospital, and he pulls up in what does he have? Challenger. I don't know the fucking difference cars, but he pulls up, and I'm just following with a stabilizer like around as he pulls up, and then I go to him opening the door and getting out, and then he like goes into the
That
thing.
shot is spectacular.
Yeah, it was a good shot. It doesn't do it justice to explain it.
I need to see that. It sounds dope because I remember the album cover. I mean, like the
Yeah.
cover for it. The cover.
With that, yeah, it was fun. I do what I'm doing now because I met you and AJ. Like, I wasn't in the music industry at all, and literally just sat down and fucking trying to find people that were trying to do shit.
Yeah.
And now, here we are, doing shit.
Doing shit
With more vigor.
What you call me?
I said shit
Hey,
with a P.
Hey, y'all heard that? I've been telling
Gotta
you.
be racist.
I've been telling you. You gotta be racist.
You haven't been telling nobody nothing.
I talk.
Talk your talk, dude.
I say words.
Dude, I started tying my shoelaces like this.
It's cute.
I like it. It feels like
That's all
Jesus.
that's all that matters.
Like Jesus in a shoelace. Look at that. What do you think?
You should get
I
some
like
longer
it, man.
ones. You should get some longer ones and then lace them all the way up here. I think those with the
I need longer socks though.
Mm.
Wrap them all around the sock. Otherwise, it would look stupid.
It does not.
It's so comfortable.
So, what else are you working on? You still making music? Are you making music again already?
I'm actively still creating new songs
Yeah.
and getting on different features, working on my own music. I have a couple songs right now that I'm like, holy shit, like I'm still even growing.
When do you think you're gonna start dropping singles again?
I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait a while.
I'm waiting.
Why?
I want to give this album
Time to
as
breathe.
much attention as
You want it to permeate.
yeah, because essentially, like I released this album being like
Not even a month. Hasn't even been a month.
no, but it's not like I had this huge fan base to
Yeah.
immediately like digest it.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Yeah.
I have to push it until the people find it.
I do like the route that you're going, especially with like your TikTok and like the videos that you guys have been doing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a way to get yourself out there.
Yeah.
Like you are your brand.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like-
structuring it up with an actual plan
Yeah.
is everything. Like, it's no more of the like just random shoots here and there. Like planning shit out, having an idea of what we're gonna do, planning ahead more than anything is gonna ultimately result in your success.
Yeah.
And even if we don't see more than 200 views on a TikTok now, that doesn't mean that same TikTok is like people often look at that number and they don't look at like, okay, I gained one follower from this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we're posting 1,000 TikToks, you know what I mean? You're gonna gain 1,000 followers. Say you post one of those videos that like didn't get much traction in the beginning, you can repost that shit. People don't really realize that you can repost the same shit that you posted and it can go viral when it didn't go viral. Just off of the traction, because sometimes it doesn't get the noticeability that it deserves. And we both notice that. And it's common. But doesn't mean that you stop. And it's just the same with making music in the first place. Like just because you don't get traction right off the get doesn't mean you quit.
No. And it's like the doing it for the love of the journey. Like I know everyone
Absolutely.
talks about it's you don't really if you're just set on the destination, you're never gonna get to where you want to be.
Yeah. If you only are looking at it like this is my opportunity to get rich and be famous, then you're not doing it for the love of its creation in itself. How the fuck are you ever supposed to succeed in something you don't actually give a fuck about? Like, and some people are driven enough to where they succeed just because they want the money. But are they ever really happy? I don't know.
No, it's a no.
It's a big L.
No, you'll never be satisfied. You know, there's gonna be more money. There's gonna be more material things that you can get. So it's like we talked about it before. Like if you start placing like your value in things that matter and that are gonna last and like fulfill you, you're gonna be a lot happier in the long run.
Yeah.
Just don't place your value in the results and money what you think you can get from it.
Absolutely. So whenever I listen to the album, like I hear a lot of like a few songs that you can definitely tell like an emotional state was either higher or lower. You want to talk about that a little bit?
I think about this all the time. Life is definitely ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes the highs are very high and the lows are very low, and then you have this in between point. I think listening to it, you can definitely hear the elements that's like, yeah, party, like everything is amazing and just, living life. And then there's definitely the low points of, either heartbreak or
Just basic depression.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not always up for a lot of people. Most of us are battling depression at some point in our life.
Absolutely.
But do you think that music in itself and like creating those songs helped you like channel that low and helped you bring yourself up?
Absolutely. I think one of the greatest things about being an artist in any field is you get to heal yourself through creation.
It's therapy.
It is
Yeah.
therapy.
Self-therapy. It's like taking care of yourself. It's like going to the gym. You know what I mean? It's a form of release for yourself that is you working on self-development in a way that you choose and you care about. What was it? What's that guy? He was off of Superbad. He's bigger. Jonah Hill. He just put out it's like a mini movie with his therapist. It's basically him interviewing his therapist about like how he helps people.
Yeah.
And one of the things was if you don't know where to start whenever you're feeling down, work on your life force. And the life force is a triangle, and it starts with your physical body, then your relationships with others, and then your internal self. And so like the physical body stuff is like going to the gym, taking care of yourself, eating better. And it's like, if you don't ever know where to go in life, just start focusing on those things. And eventually it puts you in a position where you're able to like see a little clearer, feel a little better, so that you can like get through the things and find what you actually want to be doing with your life. And it's called your life force. Super good.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's only like an hour and 30 minutes long.
Yeah, I'm probably going to actually. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I would recommend it to everybody. I feel like I find myself often like if I am using like a meditation, or if even at like the TikToks where it's like hypnosis, I'll do that shit. And if I feel something afterwards, I'll send it to somebody, just because it's like I want to spread that message.
Yeah, you might feel this too. You might feel something from it too.
Exactly. And there's one hypnosis thing that he does. I've never really fucked with hypnosis until I did that, because I was like, I couldn't open my eyes whenever he was talking. I was like, oh damn. But I woke up like after he said you're gonna open your eyes. I'm like, oh yeah. I opened my eyes and I was like fucking ready to do shit. So I think that like self-care and actually just, I don't know where I was going with this, but it's like taking care of yourself in some way, shape, or form is very important to get you to where you want to go.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I think that's a really good way. What you were saying now, he was talking about the different things like going to the gym. I know when I'm taking care of my body, I always feel better.
It's a lot easier to feel better.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even when you think about like gut health, like dopamine,
microbiome.
Yeah, microbiome and shit. Like, people know. They were talking about this in that little movie thing, and it was like, what was it? Oh, people say you need to go work out and will automatically assume they're telling you that you're not in shape, like you don't look right externally.
Yeah.
But the majority of the time, like, everybody should work out because it helps your mind. It helps release serotonin and dopamine and all these other things. So it's like, I wonder, like, how do you like get that past people in a sense? We're getting into like mental health and stuff right now, but it's like,
we live in like a generation where it's like there's no good way to go about saying something like that.
yeah, it's like it's not that
it's gonna be taken the wrong way, no matter how you say it.
Like people who just feel tired all the time.
Yeah.
How do I like explain to them, hey, you should go work out because you're tired? It will literally give you more energy.
Yeah.
And I think it's wild because people will go, oh, I don't.
People are sensitive.
Yeah.
People are sensitive. Like you can't just say what you want without somebody feeling some type of way.
You gotta really word shit the right way.
I'm not good at that. That's why.
I like to think that I am decent at it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, you're not gonna drop anything else for a while?
As far as new music, not for, I don't want to say a date because it could change.
Yeah, of course.
But in the next few months, I don't see myself releasing any new music.
Keep pushing. You guys ever got any music videos?
It's yeah. So my attention is on videos, picture content, like content around the songs that I already have. It's a bug.
Dude, every once in a while I'll see one in the video and I'm like, that motherfucker, it's gotta be the same bug.
I don't know. But no, basically what, Kyle and I have going on right now is really fucking cool. Not only to continue shooting those videos, but the next steps are actually promoting them through, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Google, whatever. And then also hopping on the trends of TikTok and Instagram Reels, and together combining those three things, I know that it's going to gain a lot of traction. That's what I'm really excited for, because the opportunity I have right now to where I literally have my own studio to create this music, created beautiful fucking music, and I have a guy that's really talented at making these videos, working together, creating that content, how consistent we can be with it. There's a day, or not just one day, but there's a point where that thing is just gonna become this powerhouse.
Yeah, unstoppable. So as far as the strategy for the videos and like whenever you're gonna put money into like the Facebook ads and things like that, what are you waiting for right now? Like, what's the advice that you could give to another artist?
See what's gaining natural traction.
Wait for that.
You gotta ride
You
trends.
don't have yeah, you do have to ride trends. You don't have to wait for your, you know, to get a video that has natural traction. It just is really a huge showing of what like could actually work. I think a lot of videos we shoot could easily work.
Yeah, if we just automatically put money into it, but strategically, you don't like any business owner isn't just going to try to throw money at stuff and hope for the best. They're trying to break down the analytics, the metadata of it all, and go, okay, this video, and even down to like say all the videos only get 400 views, but that one gets 600. That's where money should go in the first. But still figuring that out more than anything is the most important part whenever it comes to the actual, I'm going to put money into something. Because a lot of people put money into a lot of stuff and it's not actually as popular as they think it is.
Yeah, and I know, like, especially for us right now, it's not the content that's lacking. It's the strategy that I have.
Yeah.
There's little time to release. If hashtags, what hashtags should there be hashtags?
Just gaining an understanding of all of
It's
that.
crazy how that shit works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, this song's fucking amazing, the visual's amazing, I love it.
This right now. No, you want to wait until.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to get excited when you got something to give the world.
Yeah.
But it's like planning and strategic.
And seeing, like, you know, not mentioning like anybody specifically, but seeing very mediocre content pop off.
Yeah.
And wondering, damn, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Right.
Like,
that shit can really get you down though.
Oh yeah, dude. Comparison is such the thief of joy.
Yeah.
Always.
That shit can really get you down.
I constantly I'll have to remind myself of that shit at some points, because I'm just like, you see somebody and they're like celebrating some accomplishment or achievement that they've done, and you're like, damn. Oh wait, I'm literally 3 years behind that person. Yeah. Like, how do I base my success right now off of what took them 6 years to do, and it's only year 3 for me?
Yeah.
It's just being satisfied, and that comes down to like, success isn't the ultimate outcome. It's doing the stuff that you really love to do and getting to a point where you get to do it as much as you want because it's what you do.
Yeah. I think the only failure in my mind is giving up.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Absolutely.
Like, as long as you're still going, like, nobody can tell you shit.
Yeah.
And if you're still pushing and getting shit out there, like, the only failure is the day, like, you quit. That's the only. Everything else is just, you're still pushing. Like, everything else
you're
is
still
just
learning. It's all a learning process.
Yeah.
And being grateful for, being grateful for that opportunity that you even get to breathe a breath of air to continue doing something.
Get to walk, get to use your body.
Yeah.
You feel
Anything.
good.
There's 5 things that anybody can always be grateful for in their life. It's just really hard sometimes for people to really like consume that thought into them, to like actually hold on to it, believe it, genuinely reflect on it, and then move forward from it. Because even those thoughts of gratitude should be energizing if you're truly finding gratitude in it.
I sometimes I do believe that like everyone should experience emotions, and it's completely valid to experience depression and sadness and whatnot and feel like things are unfair to you. But then I almost feel bad for it, because when I take a step back and realize all the things that I do have and everything that I have, like I have a nice car, I have nice clothes, I'm healthy, my body's great, like I have great people around me, I have a studio where I live for free, a great equipment to record, I have a very talented person to shoot my videos, like all these things that like
you shouldn't take for granted.
Never. And I also think about like all the other kids that would give anything to be in my position.
Absolutely.